Why is it doing that? What's the deal here? So the live dashboard always gives me the wrong... You get notified. That's funny. Nombre! So yeah, so I'm trying with the Canon live stream right now, and I got now I got 3 cameras on this thing. I got the Canon, which is the one we're going to be using at church. I got the Brio over here, and then I have the other camera over here. So I got a friend that's having some video quality problems, and I'm trying to help him out. You know, he's using the same Canon camera that's up there. It looks really bright on the screen, but actual on the video display, it's not that bright. So it's like it automatically removes some of the contrast and brightness through the video software. Let me see. So yeah, so the title that I put on this one is we're testing the capture card, which is this guy here. We need this guy to get HDMI out into the computer. And I don't even know if you have any sound. Do you have any sound? Oh yeah, you got sound. It's going through the Vixia. It's going through the auxiliary. Okay. And we're testing, of course, the OBS software and testing the camera. His video this weekend looked hazy, even though he had enough light. It looked like there was almost what do you call, like a window that's hazy. You know, it's like you have a dirty cup and you have some haze, and it was looking like that. You know, so that that's what it was looking like. Did I burp? That's one of my alarms. I don't remember burping. I probably did because I'm drinking this stuff right here. I'm drinking the Mountain Dew caffeine free. I may have burped. I don't know if Jeremy is on. Are you on, Jeremy? Where are you? Don't mind the title. Oops. The live stream is on. So yeah, so we're trying the Gato with this camera, OBS, 3-camera system right now. And I'm going back to the live dashboard. Oh yeah, also I guess I could add, using this little guy here, finally set it up. I bought it last year, and just recently, after doing the discipleship classes, using this guy here, it's pretty neat. Are you zooming in, dude? You know, I've already set up some themes there, different cameras, different angles, the live stream button. I'm going to change the icon. You're able to customize these things really cool and have different layers and different folders. Just rather than having the I only have one screen here. I don't have multiple screens like you have out there. But it definitely helps speed up the process. Like you could have different scenes. I'll show you. You know, like so you could have this guy over here on the left side, and it is not aligned. All right, so let's move this guy. How's that, dude? There we go. You know, so we have this guy there. We have the Vixia, and I haven't combined both of them, which I could do. So you can see both cameras simultaneously. I'm going to add a camera source. Add existing Brio. Okay. Whoa! Yeah, that's weird. Okay, so how do we change this? Brio. Let's move this guy. Whoa. Look at that. It's a picture-in-picture, Mario and Mario. Yeah, and I haven't connected a third camera just yet, but I'll do that later. Anyways, you see the different quality. You see quite a bit of grain on any of the sections that are dark. You're able to just really notice it. And the different colors, of course, and that's what I was telling you. When you have two cameras, you have to adjust the color on them, especially if you're doing a live broadcast. Like right now, we're live stream, and we have one light right here, and if I set up the other one, it's too bright. I don't have a diffuser, because I don't know if you remember that I was using the LED light that absolutely blew everyone away, which is this guy here. I don't know if you remember that guy. You know, there's a little small LED in the middle there, and he just blows you out of the water. I'll show you so you can see how bright that thing is. But it was a cheap investment, you know, and it works, but it gets really hot really quickly. Let's see what we got here. All right, prepare to be blinded, guys. Look at that thing, man. It's like I have a sun in my hands. You know, it's just like, got the blues, man. This is like, got the bright light. Holy moly. Look at that. Oh, got the blues. Look at that. I mean, that's really bright light. So if you have a diffuser, I got a diffuser here from another lamp, and you see quite the difference. You know, it's still really bright. You know, but look at that thing. You know, so you definitely have different like dramatic shots. You know, as yeah, you don't want to shine that hole. It's got a hole in it. It's a lamp light. But I mean, you could have, like I told you before, you want to go ahead and have a multiple lighting system. You know, you want your key light, you want a light on the top, you know, and a fill light. You know, it's just, and also you want to have them adjustable. These guys, that's the main problem with these, is that they're not adjustable. You could get adjustable LEDs now. They cost you more money, but we're the budget guys. You know, we don't have extensive resources, and we make our own. We make it work. You know, so you know, it's just like you change the mooding quite a bit. You know, with your lighting. You know, and It's like, look at that. You know, it's so dramatic. It just changes. And even if I bounce it from the ceiling, you know, it changes quite a bit of what you're going for. And so, let me adjust this guy here. I wouldn't go that way. And you definitely want to study those YouTube videos on lighting. You know, they're quite a resource. And they help you quite a bit. Because that's what it's all about, man. It's all about your lighting. And you see how dark I got because the camera is automatically adjusting. Now it should go back to normal. So yeah, that's man, I'm gonna have to watch that video because he said I burp and I don't remember. It's like crazy. Usually I have a big old burp, you know, like you know who, you know, kind of surprised everyone. We're like, whoa, where did that come from? We need to set up a Zoom conference, is what Jeremy says. What are you doing? Saturdays, I got the prayer walk. Can you see me? YouTube. Alright, yeah, so again, these things are way easier if you have multiple monitors, because right now the entire screen is filled up with the YouTube studio, and it's the old studio. I'll show you here what we're looking at with this guy here. You know, so we got one monitor and it's just absolutely taking up the entire screen. And even if I were to resize it, you know, now I have OBS on this side. I gotta close out of the photos. Where'd he go? You know, I got the this screen out here. So when you have multiple screens, it makes your production a whole lot different, a whole lot easier. And rather than having, you know, I have one large screen. This is like, I don't know what this is. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's about a 27-inch monitor. Big monitors like this aren't really helpful when you don't have the resolution, because it's only a 1080p monitor. So if I wanted to display more on screen, everything changes, and it's really large. So if you have a higher resolution monitor, like a 4K monitor, you're able to display a whole bunch of windows at the same time. And so, let me see what we got. Yeah, there's Jeremy. He's chatting me on the Facebook, so I have to switch between the tabs. Oh yeah, I was checking out that they have some crazy deals on these cameras. These are normally like $26, and they were on sale for like 13 bucks on clearance. And there's a local Home Depot that's got a few of them. So I was gonna get these Wise 1080p Wi-Fi indoor smart home cameras with night vision for 13 bucks. You know, so that's like a really cheap deal. they're on clearance. So remember, I'm a bargain shopper, and I'm able to find some crazy deals. Like the other thing that we found was this $329 iPad. We found it for $184 down in Brownsville. I got a nephew down there who's going to pick up a couple because that's super cheap. 184 brand new gold colored iPads. I don't even know if you could see this. I'm blocking it. Oops. Sorry guys. I'm not really good with holding this camera and not knowing what it's looking at. But let me see. Just behind the screen. But you check the video quality, and I mean, I got potato internet as far as upload. I mean, it's like less than 1 megabit per second. It's like it averages about 800 megabits per second. Not eight. What is it? Kilobits. 800 kilobits per second. I wish I had 800 megabits. That'd be awesome. So it's slow. It's really slow. But I managed to get a stream out there, and you're able to hear my audio. But let me see what you got. Yeah, definitely, Jeremy. Yeah, you bet. We'll find out. We'll troubleshoot and find out why your camera's not looking so hot out there. Like I said, I don't know. It seems like the YouTube stream was looking quality-wise good, but both of your cameras had that glaze. Right now on my settings on the Vixia, I have portrait mode. And I have portrait mode, which works well for most cases, but not all the time. I think you might need to change yours to landscape or highlight priority, and I'll show you in a second the main difference. It's like, can I take a screenshot of this? Let me see. New. This is potato. And we're gonna try comparing this guy over here. Scene, running, and sports. Oh, you're able to see it. Okay, good. So there it is in sports mode. Now let's change that to screen, night scene, snow. Remember, we used the beach setting when it was really dark at the church out there. So we go over here, and you'll see how much brighter it makes me. And those are all settings on the camera. See, I mean, you can tell the difference between the Brio, which is where's the Brio? I'm backwards. Which is this guy. You see the main difference and how bright. So you're going to have to make adjustments on the cameras, because you're outside now. You're filming outside. And also remember, it's going to start raining over there, so you're going to have to change depending on your lighting out there. You're going to have to adjust it. You're going to have to make those changes. Let's go to scene. So I think this is the default to program AE mode on the Vixia. I think this is what comes out of the box. try that, you know, and see if that looks better. So far so good here. I mean, you could tell the quality of the camera, you know, is like you want to use objects and see what they look like, you know, as and check out the details. You know, if you check out the details. Oh yeah, by the way, Javier, you left your supermarket highlighting marker here. It disappears when we go on the green screen chroma key. Oh, and so Jeremy, I was telling you, with all that green that you have in Texas now, you could actually use it as a green screen. It's pretty neat. You know, you could adjust the levels of your chroma key and make the green turn into a different color. And that's pretty good. What I'm doing right now is trying to find things where you could tell the detail. You know, it's like here's the detail. Here's the detail. Get it close because it's automatically doing the AI find the face feature, and so it's automatically focusing on my face. So if I get this, it's going to become out of focus. And notice the bleeding on the edges there. You have I don't even it looks like a shear. I think that's what they call it. It's a video shear, where it's focusing on one item, but you can see the other thing just look really washed out. Let's adjust it here. And again, this is the P, or the programmed AE mode. We're going to change that. There's your scene. Let's see what happens here when we go to camera. Is that said cinema? Yeah, cinema. So you have your standard cinema. See what that looks like. This got moved. Put that back in place. And then you have vivid, and that really changes my color. You can see like I'm more red now, so it adds more saturation. Let me see what that looks like on the full screen here. Alright, so yeah, you can tell between. That's one of the things I don't like about the Brio. It takes forever to focus back to me. You know, it's like it's got to follow my finger and say, hey Brio, wake up. Brio, wake up. You see, and it's still out of focus. Brio. You know, it's like, wake up. So, I had complaints about the Brio cam. Takes forever to come back to focus. It's still out of focus. You can see in the corner there. But yeah, man, when you get a chance on Saturday, give me a holler. We'll set up and we'll find out what's going on with your cameras and your setups out there. I think it's your software, honestly, because it's happening on both cameras. And that would be really unusual that it's happening on both cameras at the same time, especially if they're programmed differently, because you're getting that overall haze on the entire screen. We realized, you know, by testing that these cameras aren't really good for low light. You know, it's like you definitely want to have enough light. But as we stated earlier, when we were looking at the video where Brandon got the ice bucket challenge, that was crisp and clear. That was outside. And that's what you want, is you want really high detail, high quality, especially when you zoom in. You're on a tripod, you know, so you should be able to zoom in and capture all those details. Also, make sure that the camera isn't set to low quality mode. I think I had to change it on this camera here because my file sizes were like ridiculous. They're like 16 gigs in size because it was set to 60 frames per second, 1080p, and we don't need all that, especially for broadcasting. But we'll go ahead and make those changes. You know, is I think you access it by the I. No, not the I. Where is it? Camera settings. Did I lose sound? What did I do? Hey, no, the sound's still there. Zoom type 32x, faders, video snapshots, focus, autofocus, mic levels, white balance, exposure. Is it here? I don't remember where this option was. Set your video quality. That's it. See, like this one's currently at 17. I don't remember changing it and change that. You know, 24 or whatever, you know, is I don't know if that has to do with how it's capturing or if that's only when you're recording or if that indicates the amount of stream that you're feeding. We'll have to test those things. You know, you'll have to check the camera, make sure you're not on 4 megabits per second. Even though 4 megabits per second, you should capture all the detail at that. You know, and since you have a high upload out there, you shouldn't have any problem. See, look at this Brio, man. This Brio is still out of focus. Man, that's so disappointing. You know, it's like this is supposed to be a really good camera, and it's just like, man. You know, and it's like, come on, dude, I'm over here. You know, it's like, wake up. And it's like, wake up, wake up. Did it finally focus? Did you finally focus, dude? Disappointing, man. So, there's the Brio on large screen by itself. And, you know, it's like, now I'm having a problem with the upstream. It's looking like potato. You shouldn't have this kind of pixelation because, I mean, you have way more bandwidth than I do. Again, I have basically 800 kilobits per second on average on the upload, and I've adjusted the settings. It's way easier to adjust your settings on OBS than it is on vMix, man. vMix wasn't very easy. You know, here you just hit a settings button and adjust it. You could hit the average or limits that you want to see on your stream, and one of the things I'm really impressed with is how OBS doesn't utilize that much of your processor. Like right now, it's only using 2%. It's like, remember we were using vMix and it was like at 100% sometimes or 80%, and now it's just like, nope, not gonna do it. All right, man. Well, yeah, that's good. Take a look at it. Take a look at that video quality and check it out. You know, my streaming quality right now is diminishing. I need to probably start closing some tabs here. Oh, by the way, I found out today, Javier, if you're still watching, Hangout still exists, but it's hidden. So we'll do Google Hangouts because Zoom is charged. They'll charge you money for that. I don't want to pay no money. You know I don't got any money. I don't want to pay a subscription fee. But Google Hangouts, you could do up to 10 people at the same time as long as you have a Google address and a device with a video camera and microphone. We could definitely do Google Hangouts. And Jeremy, maybe that's something we'll do later on. You know, we'll do a Google Hangout and get this going. You know, is like I said, the quality is something you want to look at. And of course, we know that I don't have such good internet here, so that's why it's all pixelated. You know, if I shake my hand or whatever, you know, it's going to come out all pixelated, and we want to avoid it. Of course, what we can do is not do live streams and record it beforehand and then publish it, but that's not cool. Which one did I put? I put on the Vixia. Hey, you're over there. You're over here. You know what? I wanted to test the 3 cameras, so let me get my extension cable because it doesn't reach. That's, I mean, if anybody from these companies are watching, you guys need to provide longer cables. I don't know what you guys expect us to do when you get a cable that's super short. Yeah, come out. So look at the length of this cable here. You know, it's like, what am I supposed to do with this? You know, it's like, you know, that's it. How's that supposed to reach from my camera up there, you know, to my computer that's on the floor? You know, so it's like, nah, man. You know, you guys didn't provide longer cable, so I had to get a 6 foot. This is a 6 foot extension cable, you know, on the camera. You know, so I gotta get on the floor here and connect this bad boy. Did I find it? I think I did. Excuse me. Now it's coming up. Now I feel it. Alright. There we go. Is it going to turn on or is it going to blow up my computer? What did I just plug in? Is that the camera? What? I found a USB cable and I don't know where it goes. Yeah, that is it. It didn't make the magic sound that it's plugged in and it didn't turn on. So maybe I've reached my limitations of USB. Come on. Alright. Well, I guess I've reached my USB limitations. Because the Logitech plugged in directly with the extension cable is a no-go right now. I think I got too many devices. I got the Gato, the Stream Deck, 2 cameras, my keyboard, my mouse, and it's just not turning on. So yeah. I guess it does one or the other, but not both. Well, we've discovered that today. can't have 3 cameras. Let me open up the device manager and see what it says. Device manager, USB. See, I got 2 root hub devices. Remember, we had to utilize, or we needed a computer that had 2 separate hubs to be able to do multiple devices at the same time. But this one says it's got it. USB. What? It says the video card's got a USB on it. Oh well. Okay. Ah, that's right. We need a. Doesn't have enough power because we got too much voltage feeding out of all these things. Yeah, you're right. We need to get a powered USB hub, and that's I have 2 of them, but they're in Texas, you know, so need to do that. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. Thanks, Jeremy. You know, you're still young, so you got a good memory still. I'm starting to forget some things, and it's not cool. So I gotta write everything out or make notes, and I'm not used to that kind of business. But no, man, that's don't worry about it. I'm not gonna run a 3 camera system. You saw what we're doing now. You know, we're doing just a phone. You know, we're just using the pastor's phone to broadcast because I'll ask my sister how much data I got on this guy. If I got unlimited data, we'll do his phone on the YouTube. No, his phone on the Facebook and my phone on the YouTube when we'll do it live. You know, that'd be cool to have both of them simultaneously, but it's using 2 different carriers. But yeah, so I mean the quality, you see the quality, you see it on the screen. It's not bad. You know, it's like even with my slow potato internet, it's decent. You know, and you could still carry a message. You could still get some quality out of it. You know, you could still get some detail out of it. You know, drinking my caffeine-free Mountain Dew. You know, I just put 2 and 2 together. So the Mormons don't drink caffeine. So that's why these guys are common out here. You know, is they don't drink caffeine, so caffeine-free. It's like drinking Sprite, but it tastes way better. How's that lady go? That's good stuff right there. Man, that thing's lasted me since like that photo I posted last year, December, November. I don't even remember. I've still had the same. That's my last can. Yeah, that's the thing about broadcasting on the cheap. You know, is the video switchers. You know, but now with that ATEM or ATEM video switcher, I mean that's changed. That's changed the game. You know, it's like it's so inexpensive. I mean, before you were spending $1,000 for a video switcher, or trying to use a computer like this and OBS or whatever to switch between them. But now it's more affordable, and now it's necessary. I mean, it's like you said, you have to break everything out and have a portable station. There was that real that guy that visited the POB church a couple of times. He was tall. He had blue eyes. He did he did video work for lawyers, and he had a very portable station. You know, he had posted a photograph, and it was like it was a laptop, a video switcher, and 2 cameras, and that was neat. You know, and he had the Roland. He had the Roland video switcher that they're using at the BIC church right now, and that seems to be working great for them. That that Roland, I don't remember the model number, but it's the sub $1,000 one. It was like we paid $800 for it, but still a lot of money. But now that you could get the ATEM for a real cheap price, that's the way to do it when you want to switch. Also, I was going to tell you, study some YouTube videos of switching between cameras, because like I noticed that you switched on one of the Bible studies and you got the pastor like this. You don't want to do that. If the person is walking in that direction, that's when you switch it to that direction so you can see them walking towards the camera. But if they're walking away or looking away from the camera, then that's when you switch. You don't want to record somebody like this, especially if they're talking directly to the audience. You're talking directly to the audience, you want to go ahead and make sure that the camera is here. It's like if I switch to the other camera, over here, then I'll, switch it over here. But just constructive feedback. Because like right now, I'm not looking at the camera. It looks kind of strange, like I'm just looking at myself. So if I look up where the camera is, it makes more sense that you're going to switch to camera number 1 or camera number 2, But when you're walking towards the camera, switch it to that one. I mean, you have the click of the button now, and you're able to do that. Let me see. Dude, what you got? Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, 60% is still quite a bit on the computer of a processor. Let me open up the task manager and see what we're at. It says Google Chrome is what's utilizing most of my memory, but I'm only using 11% of my entire computer as far as processor. But yeah, you have to have a purpose when you have multiple cameras. It's like you're able to, like I said before, usually you want to have a wide angle. Oh yeah, right, you're using Chrome, and Chrome is such a resource hog. I've tried using the other web browsers, but they're no better. I mean, they're just so bloated now. You got to watch out also for on that computer that you don't have a 20 gigabyte cache file. I had 20 gigs on this computer. It was ridiculous. It was just taking up so much. So you want to clear out the cache and make sure that it's not using your solid state drive, because I think there's only like a 240 solid state on that computer you're using, or if you're using your portable, it's a terabyte, I think, solid state. Man, I thought the solid state drives would go down in January, and they haven't. It's kind of disappointing. Now, I'm sure you saw Linus Tech Tips check out the real cheap solid state drives. That's nuts, man. I didn't know you could get a solid state drive for like almost $20. That's incredible. But I'm not gonna trust my data on $20 solid state drive yet. But back to the video editing. Yeah, it's like if they're walking away from the camera, switch to the other camera, or go to the wide angle. They're walking towards the camera, and switch it to where they're walking to. I pay attention to a lot of the mega churches, especially Jensen Franklin's church. Man, they got professionals, obviously. That's what they do for a living. But just look at what they're doing. When the director is switching between the cameras, he always has a specific purpose, like wide angle, zoom in, camera 1, camera 2. You definitely want to have a purpose when you're switching between them. Um, it's like I told you, it's really nice when you zoom into like the lead singer. It's like when you know Sister Liz is singing. I'm forgetting people's names. That's embarrassing. When Sister Liz is singing, you want to have that zoomed in shot, or program a shot where it looks like it's being zoomed in. Remember how we tricked vMix to make it look like it's zooming in, and it wasn't even zooming in. Um, but yeah, I'll send you the links. Um, but yeah, I mean it's we have to pay attention to what works as a good broadcast. Is color depth and things like that, and color matching. That's what I think I told you before. That's one of the hardest things to do is that color matching between cameras. It's good to have the same camera, but you're gonna see it. The lighting doesn't match, and you want to match it as close to as possible. You want to have like we had before. We had the three different colors, so you could match the three primary colors on there, and use cards or use cloth or whatever works for you. But I'll send you those links here in a second, so you could watch out how they do it. Now they do have a lot of different lighting on theirs. They have backlights, they have Fresnel lights, they have can lights, they got, to me it's too much light. We have LED light bars at our church right now, and it makes it looks like natural light. It's bright. It's not dark. Now there is a glare, like at POB. There's that you're at the back, and man, it looks like your eyes are all hazy and foggy. And I know you don't see that, but I see that, and it's really distracting for me. It's like I almost need like a anti-glare light, anti-glare glasses when I step in there, because it's like there's too many. There's too many lights. You don't have like a bright source. Like I think what would help that, because what we have is we have windows, large windows, and you get a lot of daylight coming in. And so if you guys had windows in that building, I mean that would take care of why you have such a problem with lighting in there. I mean, you know how dark it gets when you turn off the lights there. It's almost pitch black. Um, but I mean, there are things that we work on and continue to work on. It's like this. I just got one daylight light, and then I have the window over here, and so I cast quite a bit of shadow because that's how bright that guy is here. And I have this thing I put over it. It's just to change because it blinds me. So I gotta put this guy on, and you see, it's softer. Look at, I don't have much of a hard shadow behind me. It's that's just a diffuser. So if I had a square diffuser, then it would look different. But that's a rounded diffuser, so it gives me shadows all over the place. Um, I'll send you that link I found on how light works, man. It's really helpful because it was based on a photography video that I was watching, because I like to take photographs, and I'm trying to get more into portrait photographs, but I'm not really happy at my results. And some people have asked me to do professional work, and I'm like, nah, I don't like the way the photos are, because I know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the glint, the little white light. I'm looking to be focused there, and I don't have that lens that captures low light, captures the glint. Because if you notice some of the pictures, you're missing the glint, and they don't pop out. But every professional photograph, for guys that I respect, I think I showed you some of the links on photography. You know, they've been at it all their lives and they know exactly what looks good. And you put that little reflection or that little bright glint in your eye, and it makes your video or your photograph just pop out. And so, and also being able to focus on the eye, because that's, people don't realize it, but that's what you're looking at in a photograph. You're looking at the person's eyes, and then you start, scanning, what that person looks like, and your brain does that automatically. But so the lighting and the photography and the churches are the 3 links I'll send you, so you check those out, because they're really helpful. It's like I just put a cover on the light here, and I got rid of my really harsh shadows. So, it's like if I take it off, you'll see that really, and I think you have some harsh shadows on your videos right now too. So that's just, see, I got where'd it go? A really bright spot right here. And it also makes it really hard for the chroma key to work. It's like it's got to work extra hard to get rid of all these shadows. So again, I'm doing it on the cheap. I got like a piece of wood right here with some clothespins and that sheet that I got for less than $8 at Walmart. And it fell down, so that's why I got all these wrinkles again. I gotta stick it in the dryer and iron it out again. But yeah, so are you using your Arduino on the remote for the zoom in and zoom out? You still using that? Awesome. That's cool, man. Yeah, because I mean, I could use that right now. Zoom in and zoom out, and move side to side. Because the pan tilt zoom cameras are so expensive. They're so needlessly expensive. Okay, that's cool. The last live stream had it. Yeah, I mean, you're getting there, man. You get it everything remote control. I need to find that guy again. I told you there's a guy who did this massive setup for a church, and there he like he made his own devices. It's like I would have gone the cheaper way, and like I said, I would have used a toy car to um, to do the remote control zoom. But I mean, you got it. I mean, you got it working. That's awesome. You just hit the button and you zoom in, zoom out. And I have a camera that's got a remote for zoom, but that's in Texas too. But it's a really old one, and it's standard definition. But uh, I'll use it eventually. It still records. It records on tape. That's maybe one thing I might need to buy out, because I haven't seen those mini DV tapes in forever. But yeah, man. Saturday, give me a holler. Let me know, and we'll work on getting that. The voice changed with the other cameras. Yeah, I bet they did. Oh, that's right. So if I go here, let me see. I hadn't even tested that. And of course, my microphone's in Texas. So if I go here, it's using the BrioCam's microphone. And let me change this guy out here. Properties, no, filters. Okay. Um, yeah, so now we're on BrioCam's microphone. Oh, also, I think the Vixia up there has a stereo microphone, and it may not automatically do what our phones do. You know, where it automatically, where to go? It automatically levels things out, which is really useful, and especially in a live, like concert type settings, where it just doesn't blow it out of the water, but it has the AI to automatically adjust the sound. So we got microphone. I'm gonna test this now. Um, I am speaking from the Brio microphone. I am speaking from the Vixia microphone now. And the Vixia is a little further away, but it's the microphone we've been using for our recordings. And I've published a couple of different videos on YouTube. On Sunday, I'll use my own camera to do the YouTube stream, and I'll use pastors to use the Facebook stream. We're getting quite a bit of people watching us, but it's largely because Pastor Gene knows just people from all over the world, and they're watching, and it's awesome, you know, to be able to reach out to like 800 people on a live stream. I've never seen that before, you know, and I know that it's going to continue to grow, but we have to do our part. You know, we're the guys behind the scenes, and if there's audio issues, and there is an audio issue, I told you already on ours, it pops, it makes a popping sound, and um, we'll use a different camera eventually on that. Once we get back to normal, once we get internet at the church, then we'll be able to have a dedicated computer to do, you know, multiple cameras, and have sound coming in from the board. You got to have a dedicated person out there for the sound. You know that already, and you know, you got to have the sound guy, the video guy, and the words. You know, it's like you have over there. I don't know if you have. I think I think now you have just you and John, but I mean, he helps you quite a bit. You know, it's a tremendous help to be able to put the letters up there. And now that you're feeding it through, it looks really clear, man. You've done a great job in making it look really clear. And yeah, uh, really, man, that's. Did you have to get the joystick separately for that Arduino? Man, I wish I could have got a hold of those clearance cameras at Walmart. I mean, those were like given away, man. It's just like they're like $300 kits for like $20. I was just like, oh, oh. You know, it's those clearance shelves. Sometimes you find some really good buys. Um, yeah, that's why the voice changed. Which one sounds better, Javier? I don't know if you're still on. Does the Vixia? This is the Canon camera, Vixia, and this is the Logitech Brio. So the Logitech Brio is on right now, and that's the sound of Logitech Brio. Testing 1 2, 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 testing 1 2. So I don't know which one sounds better until I hear it. I don't hear anything. I'm not wearing any headphones, so I'm not monitoring the sound. Um, Alright, what do we got here? Did you have to solder that stuff? Man, I don't know about that, man. Ooh. Oh, did you finally make a box for it? Did you a case? Did you make a case for your box? Yeah, man. What you sent me looks just overwhelming. It's just like, oh my gosh, the starter kit's got so many components. It's like, do I want to get back in doing this? Oh, jeez. Oh, it all connects. Oh, good, good. Just plug it. Yeah. You didn't answer me. Did you get that box? You didn't show me the case using my phone box. Send me a photograph when you get the chance. I don't know how small that kid is. Man, ooh, got something in the air. I need to turn on my filter. And that's the other thing, is that you hear the train. I don't know if you could hear it from the Vixia, but you definitely hear it from that Brio when the train passes. And the entire house is shaking. That's funny. I'm wondering if I'm recording both at the same time. How do I adjust that? Yeah, because if there's an echo, that means that it's recording from two sources simultaneously. Ah, okay. I think now we have camera 1. There we go. So we shouldn't have an echo anymore. That's a Vixia camera. Testing. Test, test. Peter Piper picked a pail of pickled peppers. There's Debrio. Testing. Peter Piper picked a pail of pickled peppers. Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Peter Piper picked a pail of pickled peppers. Those P's are always hitting. I gotta figure that out, how to control the microphone. I know I could do it because I could get the audio mixer on this, on the Stream Deck. Okay, so this should only hear the Vixia. I'll have to watch the stream and find out what we could make adjustments to. Alright, well. Nice. You made an extension cable over Cat 3. Did David help you out on that project, or did you do it by yourself? I heard David's doing youth ministry. He's I guess he's not doing sound or music anymore. I'm not sure. I haven't seen him. Nice, yeah. I'm telling you, man, everything is on there. Everything's on the YouTube. You have an idea, you're like, boom. Like those backgrounds, pixabay.com. Free backgrounds for the green screen, royalty free, commercial use. You don't buy them, they're free. You can donate. You can, what is called link referral. You like point a link back to them. Okay. Makes sense. I know everyone's going crazy on that that quarantine. Yeah, but man, I want to learn how to make backgrounds like this. You know, where is it? You know, that's what I want. You know, I want to learn to make backgrounds like that. You know, it's like, yeah, I could make static images, but man, when you have that kind of detail, because there's ways of tricking OBS and vMix on animations. Oh, nice. I'll bookmark this site here. See, now I have to adjust my I'll have to adjust my my chroma key. See, there's quite a bit of bleed out there. So is that on the main camera? No, that's on the Vixia. So I'll go here, filters, chroma key. I'll reset the default and adjust the slider. Oh, now in the background my hair is turned disappearing. Okay. Close. That's a little better. Too much. Oh, that's why. It's because when I set it up on the bright light, not on the not on that light there. I still need to make some adjustments here. Filter, chroma key. Yeah, I have that hard shadow. Yeah, trade off. And there's a way of adjusting that. It's just I haven't done it yet. Nice. Oh, excuse me. That was good chicken. Got some chicken thighs. Do. That's gross, man. I have a cousin who sent me a GIF. He says this happens after eating those nachos, and I didn't get it. It just looked like a woman looking around, you know, at a bus stop's what it looks like, and I had to keep staring at it, and she poops her pants, and it's gross. It's just like, no. Oh, so many distractions. I went mute. Oh, man. Hey, can you hear me now? Doop, 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 doop. Doop, 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 doop. What an adventure, man. What an adventure. Alright, guys, I'm gonna... Whoa, I turned really red on that one now. What happened? That's because it's on cinema still. I'll change this guy to Cool. Ooh, now I'm blue. I am blue. Where to sepia? Once upon a time, we were in 1872, and I don't know. Old movies. Aged feel. Oh, that's annoying when you have all those stripes. Yikes. No, thank you. Alright, let's go and change this guy to highlight per achieve more natural tone. Radiation bright subjects. Use brighter settings on the TV. Enjoy more details. Alright. Let's see what happens. Wow, that's really dark. See, like, why is it so dark? And I wish you could see what I could see here. Let's see if I could do this. Oh, I need to shut off the green screen. So, yeah, no, you can't really, let me tell. Filters, chroma key. Okay. So, like this looks really dark on my screen, and that looks really bright. You know, it's like, but I don't know what it looks like on you. It's just like this has almost maybe it does. Filters, color correction, is that what it is? No. That's wild. Filming myself looks brighter. Man, that's really messing me up, because I mean this side looks really bright. Whoa, I'm breaking the matrix. Ah, nachos. What? Oh man, look at this. Yikes. Man, that is crazy. Look at that, man. So there's Mario. But Mario within the Mario is this looks way brighter than this. And the camera looks really bright. I'm gonna have to figure that out and see what we could do there. Oh yeah, and by the way, the TV's gonna look a different color as well. So I finally set up the TV in the living room so I could watch some of the live streams. But anyways, it's just oh yeah, there it is. You know, as I'm looking at the live stream, and it's just like, it looks really dark. Okay, so that's the camera. So highlight priority, no thank you. Let's try automatic. That's not bad. Hey, that's just not bad. I'm a little, yeah. The auto brightness on that Brio just makes me look sick. But the Vixia on automatic makes me look more natural color. That's more my natural color. That's what I look like in the mirror. The shirt's definitely this color, not the one on the other side. Um, the sweater, I should say. I don't have any color cards right now, so I could show you. I don't have anything nearby, and I could show you the different colors. But yeah, I mean, those are things we all have to adjust. Is getting those details. All right. Well. All right. Yeah. So I know that Javier and Jeremy are watching. So who's the third person? Yeah, third person that's been in here since I started before you guys got in. And I don't know who that is. Anyways, so we got the capture card going. We got the Vixia cam on automatic. I'm gonna set it back to portrait and see if it's much of a difference. All right. There's portrait. Getting dried here, and I'm out of water. There is portrait mode, and that's the thing about having a video camera. You see how quickly it finds me. And having these webcams, they're just much slower. So you have a $200 webcam versus a $200 video cam, and the video cams are just far superior. And I know they raised the price on those Vixias. Oh, I got summoned. Somebody's coming. And so, hey. So that's what we're testing out here. What else? We got the OBS, the Stream Deck, different colors. It's on the computer. But I think we're gonna wrap it up, guys. Thanks for joining, and this is a learning process for all of us. All right, guys. We will see you on the next time.